Welcome back to another episode of the Shoujo podcast. We're so happy to have all of you lovely listeners here to join us as we continue our coverage of Revolutionary Girl Utena. As always, I'm Sarah, joined by my co-host and bud Joe here. And we are nearing the end of Revolutionary Girl Utena, and I can understand these episodes a lot better than the last set. So I was happy for that. Yes, I could follow this much more. I'm having a hard time how we're going to wrap with 3 episodes left, but it's all coming to the wire. But before we super deep dive into all that and get Joe's incredible insight, we're gonna catch up. Joe, how was your little excursion or your trip?
Oh, I went to Chicago last weekend.
Yeah, was that your first time?
No,
okay.
I've been to Chicago a couple of times.
Okay, I want to go.
Yeah, it was good. You know, pretty good. Nice to visit it when it's not super cold. Rode the trains there. It's nice. I like public transportation. It's pretty good. Also, my friends there. It was a good time. I was not able to go to the Gundam base, unfortunately, because I didn't have time.
Oh,
on the way to the
temporary
airport.
thing, or is that a always there thing?
No, it's an always there thing. It's the first one they opened up in North America.
Okay, so it's new there.
Yeah, but I couldn't fit it into the schedule.
Okay, so no Gundam.
No Gundam.
But good
Rip.
times regardless, and I'm sure you'll find a chance to visit it at some point in the future.
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably go back at some point, or I'll go back at some point. It's not that far from me, so
yeah, that's nice.
It should be something extra. I should be able to swing that. I should be able to make that work.
Mm-hmm.
I did play while I was there, though. Well, I guess 2 things. One is I was spending a lot of time with my friends, and in the evenings, they were watching a lot of YouTube videos. As we were watching them as a group. And my friends follow YouTubers or know specific YouTubers, and I just don't know them anymore at all.
Yeah.
My watch habits are basically I either watch people play Go games, or I watch one specific Let's Play channel, Chip and Ironicus, and otherwise I'm watching speed runs or weird randomizers of games. But I do not follow internet personalities anymore, basically at all. So I had no idea who these people were talking, who were on these things, on these videos. A lot of them had special guests they were interviewing, and I'm like, who's this person? And they're like, oh, he's one of the guys from Smosh, and I'm like, I don't even know who that is. And so, do you follow any of that?
I was Smosh. That was popular when we were in high school, wasn't it? Like
a bajillion years ago, but I think it's totally different now, right?
I don't know. No, I stream and I don't even follow streamers. Mostly YouTube is look up a specific thing. I don't really idle there. I don't spend time there, except for specific thing I'm watching. So, and I try to consume things and not, I guess, personalities. So no, I would be in the same boat as you and not knowing who anyone is.
Okay. Yeah. It was just kind of weird. Also, a lot of the videos are we go to every, we try everything on the menu at some place. And it's just I don't know why I struggled. I was trying to think of a restaurant. It was Arby's. I was trying to think of Arby's as a joke, but I just couldn't. I kept saying A and W, and I'm like, that's not a place you can go anymore.
I feel if you're lucky, you could find an A&W.
Maybe. But yeah, it's just we tried all of these things, or we made some British kids eat some Indian food. Here's their reaction. It's a lot of videos of people eating food, and then they just kind of describe what it's like to eat the food, but it's not, they don't describe it in a way that's interesting. They're just wow, it's so amazing. It tastes like this. That's crazy.
I guess.
Is that a genre of video you like?
No, but maybe in these times people just don't go and do things themselves anymore. But
I'm not like trying to put my friends on blast here. I just think it's funny. I mean, mostly it's like that's just the backdrop to whatever they're talking about, because a lot of these are basically just video podcasts, which I don't understand video podcasts either, to be honest.
I like podcasts I've said it on the podcast, our podcasts that we're doing before, but ours is not the style I normally listen to in my own personal listening. I prefer a much more curated, like scripted, like here, I'm going to learn something in my podcast and not casual discussion. But I don't know, parasocial whatever, I guess.
Well, even ours maybe is not like totally casual discussion, because we're still talking about a show. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them are just like, we interview this person. I guess you're supposed to care about the person they're interviewing, and that's the whole thing. Or you're supposed to care about every menu item at Arby's or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Not my people are into it, and you're into the people who are into that, Joe. Your friends are into it.
I wouldn't say my friends are people I'm into. Well, that's not how I would describe it.
Okay. Into hanging out with, whatever,
Yeah, no, I know. This is funny.
The company you keep enjoys this.
Yeah.
So maybe you had the potential to like it.
I think it's normal. I think people just know this stuff,
I guess. Yeah, no, I don't really have a reference for what other people watch. I feel like if I hang out with my sister, they would put like music videos on, but not like talking. Because I'm mostly like, I want to be talking, and then I'm going to be distracted if we're listening to something with people talking while we're talking. Anything? You said there's two things?
Not really. I've mostly beaten Star Fox Command or whatever.
The really bad, the worst of them?
7 out of 9 endings. It's, now that I've played it more, I've like gotten more of the combat down. It's fine, but it's still not great. I'm going to get those last 2 endings and then put it down forever.
Gotcha.
And then maybe I'll play the 64 remake on the 3DS. I think I have that. So.
Okay.
That's next.
Nice. Well, okay, on my end, guys, I spoke too soon. Literally, like, fuck. Like, god damn it. Back to no prospects. Back where we belong. Like, where we're comfortable being. No romantic interest in my life as of yesterday. So, freaking never get excited about anything. That's what I learned. That's my takeaway. Jinxed it. Okay. Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. Every romantic encounter helps me learn a little bit more about what I like or don't like. So
yeah.
What ifs? It's cool.
What ifs? Yeah. It's all good.
Yes. It might have been my first encounter or exposure. I wouldn't say it was full blown, but maybe love bombing. Maybe I had my first dabble with that.
Oh.
So now I can be more on so freaking yeah. I'm not so that was interesting. Let's see what else. I picked back up Expedition 33 because I need to finish that. I guess I'm almost done with it. I got a chemical peel for the first time today.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, so my skin looks kind of normal, right, on our video here. And I think it's fine. And mostly, as we'll just see in like a week, I think it's just supposed to be light healing, not like crazy, lizard skin or anything. But we'll see. It was kind of tingly when it happened, but it wasn't so bad. So that was fun. I feel like something else of note that I was gonna share that I no longer recall. I don't know. Puppy's still doing good. Silas was for sure the name, and just chilling, I guess.
Looks good.
Yeah, I guess I have the option to go to a crawfish boil this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I don't think I'll actually eat any of that. We have a new course coming out soon. Like, what is exciting in my life? I don't even know.
I mean, you don't need something exciting every week, right? I mean, just start playing Star Fox games.
No, definitely.
What would you do? If you were going to do that, what would you do?
What, like pick a thing that I'm just going to do everything that ever existed within it?
Yeah.
The way you do with Gundam and Star Fox?
I don't do everything. Like, I'm only doing the one media type. Like, I'm not reading the Gundam novels or graphic novels or anything.
I guess, I mean, I would think it would be Jurassic. Like, I guess there's when we covered the bonus episodes, there was like some extra books that you had mentioned that I never read. I don't know. Nothing I like is popular enough to have as many iterations as it seems that you're picking.
Well, I picked stuff because it was kind of popular. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of the selection choice.
If I wanted to be totally insane, I could try to rewatch all of Big Brother, but like that's like 3 months of like 3 episodes worth of and then there's like so many so that seems crazy. You know, Survivor was crazy, and the payoff is barely existent with how season 50 is turning out. Yeah.
You should get really into visual novels, like the super long ones. It's that one like
I like my dating sims,
like Umineko or something. It's super long.
Umineko. No, I don't know. I'm like full blown in. Oh, you know what I think I might do? I'm in season 2 of Vanderpump Villa, and now I'm like, maybe I'll just straight up watch Vanderpump Rules, which is 12 seasons.
Okay.
So I could do that. We're spiraling into the worst of reality TV.
It's getting worse. Is that lower regard?
I just feel like it's like hospitality, but not realistic depiction. Drama.
Can we get the reality show power ranking?
Like
what's top tier?
Like,
give me some top tier shows.
Wise?
Yeah.
Well, it's like I'll say in their prime.
Okay.
And rank by that. I would say Big Brother is at the top.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think of what I like versus. I'll say Big Brother at the top.
It can just be what you like.
It's regular. It's exciting. Someone to root for. Relatable people sometimes. Something I can imagine myself doing. And then I would say Love Island after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would even say Love Island Australia, and then Love Island USA, and then UK. I don't know. After the challenge is good.
Okay.
Number 3. Freaking. What else do I watch? Reality TV. Survivor is okay. That's like middle for me. I don't imagine it would be fun if I did it. I just think about all the sunburns and let's see. I don't know. Vanderpump is like at the bottom. I'm like, I've definitely watched more reality TV, but nothing's coming to mind now that you put me on the spot.
Below Deck, where does that link?
I haven't watched that, but I'm gonna put that near the bottom as well. If it's anything like the crappy ass Love Overboard that I tried like 3 episodes of, and that was really bad.
Fear Factor.
Probably middle. I feel like I've seen a episode. Are you just looking at reality shows?
I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head that are like kind of popular.
I guess Bachelor, Bachelorette, I'll put middle.
Okay.
Because that's mostly fun. Oh, and same with American Idol, where it's like it's mostly fun when there's a bunch of people at the beginning and they all suck. And Bachelor is like them getting drunk and sloppy, and then in
so you like Real Housewives
being like bad. I have not watched that. I would probably put that at the bottom.
Wow. It feels like you just need to watch all these shows so you can assemble your power ranking.
It's true. Yeah, I should just get into ranking things.
Yeah. The thing we have explicitly said not to do, you should just do it.
I should just do it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Traders. Traders is up at the top too.
Yeah.
Traders is very out. Okay. Puppy was like a little angel last week, and now he's like getting more munchy and
because he's comfortable.
More of a hand. Ugh. Boo. Go back to being
He knows how to be a problem.
No. Let's see. I feel like that's all that I've got. We've got episodes to talk about today that are, I feel like I'm not as up in arms as I was the last set. These episodes, it's mostly like, okay, I'm processing now. And then we only have 3 episodes left after this.
Yeah, we're near the end.
So crazy. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, well, should we get into it? No voice actors. It's go time.
I do actually have a voice actor. I just look at the list. I'm going to do it off the thing. I didn't write it down because I found somebody. Have we had the voice actor for Dios yet?
No.
I don't think so. I think this is the first time Dios actually talks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right. Well, the voice actor for Dios is Hiroyuki. He is the voice of, let me try to find some good ones here. Tapion in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. He's also Dende in Dragon Ball. That's the big one. He's Dende.
Who is that? That name
the green guy, the short green guy.
The little one?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
He's also Rigardo in Claymore. You know who that is?
Okay. Rigardo. There's not a lot of dudes in that show, so.
All right. He's somebody in Wave Cruise.
Never heard of it.
Web Cruise. Well, he's Omi Tsukiyono. He's also Makoto Hyuga in Evangelion, who is the guy in the control room with the glasses.
Okay.
And really not much else. Oh, he's Mikkel in Mobile Suit Gundam 08 The Mess Team.
Okay. OAMS team?
08. It's 08.
Oh.
PH.
08. Okay.
Yep. He's somebody named Crop Brewer in Gundam Seed. I don't know if I've gotten to that person yet. He's very red in this picture.
Well, something to look forward to in that bad show that you're forcing yourself to watch.
Yep, sure is. Got worse, by the way, but I'm not going to get into it.
Oh, dear. Okay.
All right.
Well,
that's pretty much
it. Look forward to hearing more on that next time.
Plus other random roles. Oh, wait.
Gundam Seed's sucking.
One more from this guy. He is the Japanese voice for the gingerbread man in the Shrek films.
That's good. That's fine.
Good. There we go. And that's the last one. Woo!
Woo!
We'll get into the show. Episode 34 is called The Rose Seal. We open on a bunch of narrow shots of Akio and Anthy as she gets dressed after they have spent the night together. Akio talks about how he's discovered a comet on his projector, which is not possible, and he says he won't make it since just discovering it makes it feel like it's his, even though technically it's in space and belongs to nobody. Anthy leaves, and Akio asks why she must torment him. In another room, Utena affirms her goal to become a prince. We cut to the next day, where the Kashira Shadow Troupe, who I guess are real students that go to this school, ask Utena to participate in their upcoming play, and they want her to be in it, but she refuses, so instead they just give her tickets to see the play instead. This is cute.
Mm-hmm.
The play is called The Tale of the Rose. Nearby, Wakaba asks Utena if she wants to buy any memento pictures, which are just a bunch of screenshots of characters in other episodes, and Utena comments that none of them are of Anthy. Utena and Anthy pose for a picture in the planetarium that Akio takes of them. Utena invites Akio into the shot, and Akio is about to put his hand over Utena's shoulder, but Choo-Choo gets in front of the camera, and Anthy fetches him, and then gets in between Utena and Akio, and they take the picture.
Yep.
Utena convinces Akio and Anthy to go see the Kashira play with her, and the entire audience is empty except for them. Utena asks Akio if he likes plays, and Akio is like, yes, well, you see, all of life is like a play. I said that original idea from Akio. The play starts, and the troupe puts on a play that goes like this. Long ago, when all girls were princesses, the world had fallen, and the world hadn't fallen into darkness because of the Rose Prince. And we get a scene of the Rose Prince fighting a dragon that's menacing a princess. He beats it and is about to collect his kiss when a new monster shows up. This monster is described as the princess being alone on Christmas Eve, and the prince rides in and announces that he has reservations at a restaurant, which defeats the monster.
Wait, I missed that part.
And she gets attacked, but she's like, there's a monster. I'm alone on Christmas Eve. And the prince is like, don't worry. I got stuff. I got reservations at a French restaurant. And that defeats the monsters because he has reservation.
Okay, that's hysterical. Okay, I totally missed that.
The princess says that all princesses felt protected by the prince and the world overflowed with light. Sometime later, though, the prince is approached by an old woman who tells him that a witch is conspiring to steal the light of the world, and we flash briefly to Anthe. The woman says that the witch lives in the castle in the sky and tells the prince that the light that she's trying to steal is eternal, shines, contains the power of miracles, and the power to revolutionize the world. And as she says that, we get silhouettes of all of the student council members because those are things that they wanted. The prince announces that he's going to go to the castle and defeat the witch. He goes to the castle and is greeted by the old woman again. Oh no, it was a trap. And the prince is actually the cause of the light, and now he's trapped in the castle forever. The old woman reveals that he is actually his sister. She's trapped him because since she's his sister, he can't make her a princess. And so instead, she's become a witch because women who can't be princesses are witches. After that, the world falls into darkness. The witch still wanders around, searching for noble souls to capture and prevent another Rose Prince from bringing the light back to the world. Ooh, beware. The play ends. We got the Touga and Saionji practicing kendo. Touga says that he has a match coming up and tells Saionji that the fact that Utena keeps winning without the Sword of Dios is starting to worry End of the World. They speculate that her power comes from the fact that she's seen something eternal. Look at the Kashira Shadow Troupe. They celebrate the successful play earlier in the episode. Seiko's a little too excited, and Eiko and Biko call her weird. We got to the planetarium. Anthe leaves, so it's just Utena and Akio. Utena asks what he thought of the play, and Akio says that it was pretty good for a bunch of students. Akio asks if he's tired of being friends with Anthe, and Utena says that she's not. Like, I'm just friends with Anthe, it's cool. And Akio gets real close and asks her what she thinks of friendship, and Utena says it's a relationship where somebody is important to you. Akio keeps getting closer and asks her about her ring, and he turns to kiss her, but she refuses. She says that she thinks she's going to stay true to her prince, and that she will never lose her nobility. She does add that she doesn't remember much from when she met the prince, though. And we get a cutaway to a second version of the story we heard before. It opens on Touga and Saionji as boys leaving the child Utena in the coffin. So back to that story where she's refusing to get out of the coffin. Utena in the coffin is approached by the Prince Dios, like young Prince Dios, the one we see in the castle, who asks what she's doing. Utena asks if he's an angel of death, and he says he's not a servant of death. And he walks off and she follows. And they reach a jagged edge of the church. And a young Utena sees a girl hanging from several barbs in what looked like a rose pattern kind of against the wall. Utena asks who this is, and Dio tells her that she's a witch called the Rose Bride. He says that she cannot die and will only live in agony, and that this is her punishment for taking the prince away from the world. Dios tells us how this happens, and we get a second story inside this story. We open on child Anthe and Dios in a log cabin. Dios looks sick. Several people, but mostly adult men, swarm the cabin and demand Dios come out to fight them, to fight off all the demons that are plaguing their daughters. Dios tries to get up, but is clearly incapable of going on. Anthe lays him back down and tells him that he's going to die if he goes back out again, and she comforts him. Anthe goes out of the cabin and tells the crowd that Dios is gone and belongs to her now, and she sealed him away. Everybody around the cabin calls her a witch and then stabs her to death with swords. We return to the impaled, deathless Anthe writhing on the rack. Dio says that she sacrificed herself for her prince, and that she was the only one who really loved him. But now the prince she loves is no longer the person she knew. Now he is end of the world. Child Lieutenant goes to try to help Anthe and is repulsed by some kind of invisible shield when she tries to get close. Lieutenant tells Dios to help Anthe, and instead, Dios kisses her tears away and says that he can't help Anthe anymore. The only one who can do that is a new prince that she can believe in. Utena decides that she'll become a prince and save Anthe, and Dios tells her that if she never loses her nobility, then maybe she can, and he gives her the rose seal ring. But then he says that she'll forget all about what she's seen tonight, and even if she does remember, she's still a girl and will eventually become a woman. Utena doesn't really pay attention to this and just reaffirms that she'll become a prince. Utena and Anthe look at each other, and Dios disappears. Back in reality, Utena wakes up to Anthe already looking at her in her bed. Utena says she had a dream that she can't remember, and Anthe asks who Utena is as we cut to credits.
Oh, okay. I like this episode. This is lots of information provided here.
Yes.
So, okay, so let me see if I get this straight.
Yes.
Akio is Dios, but like with his real self kind of locked away within him. And so he's like, is Anthony's brother, but not the one that she did that for. And he's turned into whatever, and she doesn't die or something, and is like bound to him, or is she like have to be his keeper to keep that stuff within him sealed away? And so that's why she's like doing what his bidding and stuff. Like, and then when we saw him earlier, like at the beginning of the Black Rose saga or whatever, where he's talking to the Dios within, is that him like he knows that that's within him and he just doesn't want him to be awoken, or he does want
yeah. So we get like the framing, right? And the framing is that Akio is the Rose Prince who's sealed away in the castle and has become end of the world for some reason. Anthe, on the other hand, is being punished eternally as a witch, because she, in the first story we get, trapped the prince, and then in the second story we get is she tried to cover for him, and she's the one who gets blamed.
Okay. Oh, so they really are brother and sister. That sucks. Big time.
Yeah. What do we think about a time in the past when all girls were princesses, and if you can't become a princess, you become a witch?
Old fashioned? I don't know. How should we interpret that, Joe?
The whole time I was listening to this, I was just thinking about like trad wives. You know what I mean? This dog is like on your head.
He's trying to pull my ponytail out. Silas, being disruptive to the podcast. Trad.
Yeah, so you know,
that
like the whole
is something I am somewhat familiar with, but
okay. So like the whole concept of that, right? And the whole concept of he really wants you. This puppy is all about you. He's so into it.
Someone loves me at least.
There you go. I'll just keep talking while you fend off.
Yep.
You fend off the dog.
Ow.
Yeah, like the whole, I don't know, like conservative mindset with women and like anti-feminism stuff is like, oh, well, women used to have it so great, right? Like they would just be like a princess. They like live in their house and they just serve their husbands and their husbands provide for them and it's all good. And why would they want anything else? And if you ever deviate from that, you would be labeled a witch, which is kind of what happened, right? It's like unmarried women were like spinsters and stuff like that, and like looked down upon.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's basically just that, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a very patriarchal story about like power dynamics and like, oh, the prince will come along and save you from all of your problems. Here he is on a horse to come and defeat the monsters that are plaguing you.
Yep. Just need that dinner reservation and you're saved.
That's right. Because that's what life is for women. They just have all of these trivial concerns.
Yeah, yep. So easily solved by a dude.
Yeah. So like we get two framings of this story, right? Like we get the public framing one, which is basically that one, where like sister's a bad guy, blah blah blah. She traps him because she's like, oh, you couldn't be a prince to me, and she's like jealous of the prince. And then we get the story we get the story that Utena gets, which is that Anthe is a victim of actually the story where she was doing something brave to protect somebody she loved, and she gets blamed for it.
Yeah.
Very similar
that
to
sucks.
Like, I don't know. This like used to really be a thing of like if there were scandals with like a husband, the wife would always get blamed.
Well,
it's still kind of a thing now, I guess.
Like the Super Bowl Janet Jackson, and they blamed her instead of just
right, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Or like the stuff with Bill Clinton.
Yep. And Monica Lewinsky.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Freaking typical.
Yep.
I guess that's all happening at the time that this is coming out. So, and yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if there's scandals like this happening in Japan at the time.
Surely.
But I imagine it takes on a very similar form.
Yeah. Well, it's like we're not reflecting on that being the case until much later. And I don't know if that's how much that's happening in Japan, of like looking back with 2020.
I'm not exactly sure either. But yeah, so and then we get the reveal. The big reveal of this episode is that like it basically the story we've been getting of like Utena's origin story doesn't really match up what we're seeing here, right?
Yeah,
because the explanation for why she wants to be a prince in the beginning is that she's just so impressed with the prince that she met, she wants to be like him. Whereas this is she has a specific goal.
It's something she wanted, and not that he asked of her to.
Right. So like
that she wanted to do for Anthe.
Yeah. So like Jury's previous accusation of like, oh, you're just acting like a prince because some guy, like because you just want to be closer to some guy, is not actually what's going on here. Like she's trying to, she wants to be a prince as like a position of power to do something.
Yeah.
Yep. We get a little tidbit with Saionji and Touga, but we're going to get more of them next episode.
Yep. The bromance is back.
The bromance is back for real.
Wait. Well, then we want to get to the next ep.
Yep. We can go to the next one as soon as I get to it. Episode 35 is called The Love That Blossomed in Wintertime. We open on the Prince tale again, but this time the visuals we get are from last episode, where we get the true reveal of Utena's Prince story. We then cut to Utena and Anthe in the Rose Garden, and Utena is trying to remember the Prince story dream she had, but can't quite seem to do it. She's about to get kind of close to remembering it when Akio comes in and asks Utena if she'd like to go on a walk with him. They go, leaving Anthe, who is clearly not happy about this. On the walk, Akio thanks Utena again for being friends with Anthe, implying that it's a burden, but Utena says it's fine, they're just friends. Akio comments that it's too bad that friendship can't last, and Utena's like, what? But Akio deflects and starts talking about flowers. Utena is very impressed that Akio knows about flowers.
He's a player, of course he does.
We cut to Touga and Akio doing a photo shoot together in the planetarium, like stacked on top of a bunch of cars.
Or the shirtlessness.
Oh, yeah. Touga asks what he's up to with Utena and says that he was planning on shaking her up before their upcoming duel. Akio tells him to get a present for Utena from Akio, but Touga doesn't seem to think that's a good idea. He's like, one time I gave her a dress and she wasn't swayed by that at all. Akio counters that you can easily sway her. Her greatest treasure is some old ring some guy gave her. So like, don't think about it too hard, man.
So does he not remember that he's the one who because that part's... No, because then what is the thing that is interacting with her duels and that memory? Because it's not him,
right? I mean, this is the thing: is like
phantom or something.
In the last episode, she gets visited by Dios, but like Dios talks about himself like he is Akio already. He's like, oh, the prince that Anthe loved is no longer that guy. He's the end of the world, which implies the end of the world exists at that time. So she's not really seeing Dios, it seems like.
Yeah.
She's getting like the spirit of Dios or something.
Yeah.
Because he also just disappears. Akio asks Touga to get the gift, and Touga thinks of this as some kind of game. It's the next day, and Touga gives Utena a pair of earrings from Akio. They're like rosebuds. She's pleased, but doesn't think it suits her. What?
They're okay. They're fine. They're little dangly bit.
But Wakaba gets her to wear them, and Utena still isn't sure if the gift is good or not. Touga asks Utena if she'll come with him. He has a question for her, but Wakaba tells her to blow him off. She's like, he's a creep. But Utena goes anyway for some reason. We cut to Touga and Utena riding a horse together. Utena has never ridden a horse and isn't doing that great on it. Touga speeds up so that she'll cling to him harder, but the horse jumps and Utena falls off the horse. She's about to hit the ground going at speed, which would be pretty bad, when suddenly she's caught by Akio, who's on a different horse. A white horse, just nearby, and catches her. Akio says he rides this trail often, and he and Utena ride off together, leaving Touga behind. Later, Touga stews about his loss to Akio. A girl comes to confess her feelings to Touga, and Touga hears this and decides to kiss this girl immediately. She runs off, clearly being kind of off-put by it, and Touga wonders if he's just a playboy that people think he is.
I think so.
Touga goes to practice kendo with Saionji. Touga asks Saionji what his impression of him is, and Saionji tells him that Touga is an arrogant liar who pretends to be chivalrous, but has never loved anyone, and uses everybody like tools. Also, he probably can't beat Utena. We get the Kashira Shadow Troupe. They do a skit about a nice guy Casanova playboy fisherman that's trying to impress a girl. The fisherman is great at catching fish, who all love him and flock to his rod. He tries to impress the girl, who clearly does not care about this at all. And eventually he catches a mermaid koi. Later that night, Utena can't sleep and looks at her earrings. She thinks that Akio is a bit too much. arriving on a white horse and everything. She falls asleep, and Anthe comes to her, and Anthe sees her earrings and is like, Touga talks with Akio in the planetarium, and Akio says he won their game, but Touga says that it's a tie because the gift was a failure. Akio says that's because Touga sucks at picking gifts, but Touga's like, no, it was perfect. Akio says Utena would make a great princess, not a prince, and Touga isn't sure he agrees. Touga and Saionji go to the student council meeting room later. They think about their encounter with Utena as a child. Touga tells Saionji that he's sure that Utena was the girl in the coffin, and if he's gonna save her, he must defeat her in the upcoming duel. Saionji asks if he loves her, and Touga says he's not sure. Saionji continues, saying that the student council has done everything they were supposed to, and now Touga has the last letter because this is the final duel. That's right. Saionji asks if Touga is just going to do what End of the World says to do. And Touga says that End of the World showed Utena something internal, and he always wants to be like him, so he's still looking up to him. Saionji, however, is less sure. Even if Akio showed Utena something internal, in his eyes, she's still in that coffin. Actually, maybe all of them are still in their coffins.
Look at Saionji.
Yeah.
Saying things.
You just get your ass kicked enough times and you finally start paying attention.
Grow a brain, yeah.
We cut to Utena and Anthe hanging out on a hill. Utena looks at her earrings again. She puts them on and shows them to Anthe. Utena looks at Anthe and imagines her briefly being impaled by tons of swords, but then snaps back to reality, and she wonders if she remembered something important as we cut to credits.
It is quite startling, the impaling imagery.
Oh yeah, getting impaled by a bunch of swords?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or, okay, I don't have all the information yet, but I'm like, I feel bad for Anthe.
I do feel bad for Anthe. It seems bad. It seems getting impaled with a bunch of swords, being blamed for everything when you were just trying to do a nice thing for somebody you cared about. Seems bad.
And then, and then it's like she was impaled with swords, and now the sword is in her that Utena, whatever, swords must be very triggering.
Yep. The one in her heart is still the sword of Dios. It's still Dios.
Mm-hmm. Man. Young Dios was cute. And Akio is not cute. I hate the little bobble he has for his ponytail. It's stupid. I hate it.
Damn, get him.
He's just like, And then Touga is like animated weird in this next episode. Like his eyeballs look weird or something. I don't know. Like, what's going on here? Sometimes, some episodes they're hot. Sometimes that they're not. I think it's very important in shoujo that the male eye candy always be hot. We can't be skimping. Ugh.
Yeah, well, he's also kind of a bad guy, you know?
Yeah. Oh, they're all bad. There's no good guys. But I guess, is it like I'm supposed to read like, okay, at least Touga likes Utena for who she is versus Akio is like projecting onto her kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, like, the description Saionji gives of Touga is true, but it really more accurately describes Akio, right? Because, Akio is the realized version of pretending to be chivalrous, never loving anybody, and using everybody like tools. Touga has been... I guess,
how long has Touga known Akio? Because if it's like the presence of Akio has shaped Touga to seek out or like, follow his footsteps kind of thing.
Right.
Because he seemed all right. And no, I guess even in the flashbacks, doesn't he saying weird things to Kid Utena, like trying to be a playboy?
Yeah, he's being ridiculous, but he's also like 10. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little less ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he is trying to play the part, right? Like, he sees Akio as someone to look up to because he was able to help Utena, a girl he has a crush on, and is like, I should be like that.
Mm-hmm.
And is trying really hard to be like that. And for the most part is being like that. But the thing he can't do, I mean, he's still the Casanova fisherman, right? He can catch all these fish, but he can't catch the girl he actually wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm so talented. I can podcast and puppy.
Yeah, you're awfully quiet during my summaries because as I watch you like fight off this dog. Yeah.
Yeah, a few of his little growls from playing with the toy might have made the recording. We'll see.
Yeah, so they're all still in their coffins, huh? They're all waiting to be shown something eternal, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The only one who has is Utena, who saw that Anthe is being eternally punished.
Yeah. Oh, is that what eternal is?
Eternal it is suffering? Eternal, I guess. That's something she saw.
Yeah, that's true. Or eternal is she's like immortal or whatever, but it's only to like forever suffer in misery.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone thinks that the eternity is going to be a good thing, but it's a bad thing.
Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Want to do the last one?
Let's do it.
Episode 36 is called And Thus Opens the Door of Night. We open on a bit of a recap of last episode. We jump back to last episode where Akio saves Utena from falling on the horse, and we see the rest of the scene where Utena and Akio dismount, and Utena talks about how it's been a while since she could relax in the woods. Akio uses the opportunity to say that she's like a princess waiting for her prince in the woods, and Utena gets flustered, and they kiss.
Blah.
Bleh.
Boo.
Later, Akio returns and is greeted by Touga. Elsewhere, Juri and Mickey talk about Utena, saying that she seems more like a girl than a prince right now, and they can't decide if that's good or not. Juri remarks that lots of things seem to be changing at the school, sort of like a revolution's happening or about to happen. They comment about how the next duel is the last, and that she has a bad feeling about it. Juri does. We cut to the highway, where Touga is riding a motorcycle with Saionji in a sidecar.
That's where he belongs.
He does not seem to be enjoying it too much. It's not like as cool as when Akio drives them.
Nah.
Saionji asks Touga what he's going to do about Utena, and Touga thinks about a time Akio commented that Utena is his princess, Akio's. He's like, ooh, can't let that happen. Saionji tells him that they need to rise from their coffins, that end of the world has prepared them for. And Touga says that he's going to figure out what he's going to do tonight. Saionji stands and does a T-pose as his version of Akio's car flip thing, but Touga doesn't like it and tells him to sit down. Later that night, Utena is woken up by Choo-Choo and finds that Anthy is missing. She gets a visit from Touga, who tells her to come with her, or to come with him, but she says no, and he's like, it's about end of the world, so she's like, all right, fine, I'll go. They go up to the dueling arena. Touga is consistently hitting on Utena the whole time, and she's very lightly pushing back on him. They make it to the arena. The sky above them lights up and the castle appears, and they watch it shine in the sky for a while. Touga calls Utena beautiful, and Utena's like, all right, man, what do you want? And he asks her if she loves Akio, and Utena isn't sure how to answer. She's like, what does this have to do with the end of the world anyway? But Touga says that she'll find out about him later, so don't worry about it. Then he asks if he can be her prince. She's the only princess to him. And she's like, come on, man. But Touga says that he means it. He's like, can you be my princess just for tonight? Just one night would be enough. And Utena's like, yeah, all right, I guess. And then she like cozies up to him for a little while. Don't do this, Utena.
That's right. Don't placate. No means no.
Just encouraging bad behavior.
Yes.
Also, Touga, don't do this. Become a different guy entirely. We jump to later, and Utena thinks about Touga and remembers that she originally thought he could be her prince. We cut to Saionji and Touga in the student council meeting room spot. Touga says that he's ready to fight Utena and win to save her. Because if she wins the next duel, she'll gain the power of revolution, and if that happens, she'll fall into the arms of end of the world. Later, Anthy and Utena hang out by a tree. Anthy asks where Utena was last night, but she doesn't say. Saionji and Touga goes up to them. Saionji lays down in Anthy's lap while Touga does a romantic arm pin with Utena against a tree. He challenges Utena to a duel. What?
Tag team him.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He challenges Utena to a duel, saying that if she wins, the student council won't go after Anthy anymore, but if he wins, she'll become his woman. And Utena's like, ooh, I misjudged you pretty hard.
Yeah, it never sounds good. Be my woman is never an appealing offer.
Always sounds bad.
Ugh. Yeah.
Become an object on purpose. We get the Kashira Shadow Troupe. They do a skit about the Prince of the White Horse. A princess shows up and admires the white horse. You know, the horse, not the prince. She does not care about the prince. She likes the horse. Sometimes you just like the stuff the prince does and you don't like the guy.
I mean, horses are awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. It's always a white horse. I feel like I like black horses more.
Dang. Wants that dark horse energy.
That's right.
We get Absolute Destiny Apocalypse. At the top, we see Touga and Saionji. Touga declares that this battle will decide who will win and bring the world revolution. And Utena is like, I don't care. I just want you to leave Anthy alone. They draw their swords, and Saionji draws Touga's sword in a much more sexual way than Utena and Anthy do it, I feel like.
Embrace from behind.
Yeah. The duel begins. Utena tries talking to Touga, but he says that emotions are forbidden, but then he grabs her hand and tells her that he'll protect her. She's like, how many times have we dueled? And he says 3. And she's like, it feels like more than that. The cars start to form a
pain in my ass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Been a pain in the ass forever.
Yeah, for real. She's like, didn't I fight you in the Black Rose saga? And he's like, I wasn't in that one.
That's right. He was weirdly like, I don't know, on vacation, just checked out. Yep.
The Otori cars start to form a circle around them and start zipping across the stadium, so they have to dodge it like it's a mini game. Utena does the backflip she normally does in the Black Rose arc, where she like jumps near Anthe, and then Anthe applies the Rose Bride power to the sword. And while she does this, we see in the elevator, or we get a cut earlier to when they were in the elevator going up to the arena, where Utena tells Anthe that she'll protect her, very much in the same way that Touga just said it to her, but better because they like each other. Anthe powers up Utena's sword, and Utena faces an onslaught of cars that she must split in half as they rush her, which she does like 20 times in a row, and they all fly off the stadium. Touga and Saionji follow up the cars on their motorcycle, and Utena beats them, winning the duel. Utena says Akio is waiting, and her and Anthe start to leave. Touga calls out to them, telling Utena not to let her guard down around End of the World or the Rose Bride. They leave. Saionji asks if it's the end for them, and Touga says it won't be the end until they see it for themselves. It's bedtime, and Utena tells Anthe that no one will come after her anymore. She's like, you're safe. Anthe's like, yeah, and then sits on the bed in silence for like a minute.
It's so... Okay, because I had this on like a faster speed. I was like, this feels like I kept checking to make sure I hadn't like paused or something. It was so long.
Yep. Yeah. Utena falls asleep and dreams about the witch. She wakes up and sees that Anthe is gone, so she goes to look for her in the planetarium. She sees a nude Anthe with Akio. Anthe appears to look up and sees Utena, but does not react, and they look at each other as we cut to credits.
Well, friggin'... This is like the Nanami thing all over. Look, is this the first set of episodes where there's 0 Nanami time? It might be.
She might have transferred schools. I don't know if we see her again. Do we?
Oh, you think? I guess she talked about doing it.
Hopefully she did.
Yeah. Get out of there, girl.
Yeah.
It's for the best. Yep.
Yeah. But yep. Utena learns what Nanami knew 3 episodes ago and basically told her was happening.
Yeah. Freaking... Okay, well... Akio doesn't seem to realize.
No,
but
important that this is like a...
I'm mostly, a thing between them?
Yeah.
Where I guess he won't know. So it'll probably be next episode, Utena takes off. Anthe doesn't give anything away, but now they both know. But now she's going to feel like weird with the both of them, but she's already finished the... I'm excited for the next set of episodes. It's
the end.
All going down. Yeah. The end. The end of the world. Anything we should be thinking about as we enter the last 3 episodes, Joe?
Well, I mean, I think the thing that's most noticeable or becoming more noticeable, right, is how even though Anthe is doing what Akio says, she is also kind of undermining him when she can, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's being more centered on than before.
Yeah.
Like even this, right, is her kind of leading Utena to come find her kind of thing. Is like, these are signals, it seems like.
Yeah.
But it's not super explicit.
Well, I guess maybe this is like... Well, I wonder if Utena will then go to Saionji to be like, you were right, I shouldn't trust, or if she's gonna trust in Anthe and not Akio, or because it's not like moral things have stopped her before, because she even in these episodes mentioned like, oh, he still has his fiance or whatever, so I don't know if I can love him thing, but that didn't stop you from doing anything. So I don't know if the fact that they're siblings is going to be shocking enough, or that she'll comment on that at all. But yeah. So wait. Now I'm like, okay, in the opening when they're on horse like Pegasus, is Utena on a white one and Anthe's on the black one?
I think so.
Is that right? Yeah, so it's like she's the prince on the white horse, and okay. So Anthe, do you think she remembers
It's
the stuff that happened?
It's unclear, right? Because like she probably would. And she asks at the end of the first one, she's like asking who Utena is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how much she can really process while she's being stabbed by a bajillion things on the wall.
Yeah.
But like the slowly,
I guess it's maybe like, are you the prince you said you were gonna be for me, or are you turning into a princess or Akio maybe or something?
Yeah,
because there's the whole jury and Mickey talking about her looking more like a girl now, and
right. Oh, this is our goodbye to Touga.
Okay, we're not seeing him again. After
we might see him again, but this is his big.
The end of his fight.
This is his character. Yeah. We're done with his character pretty much after this.
So friggin', I've been done with him from day one. Why?
I think this is mostly about just like comparing how he kind of or what he thinks being a prince is to what Utena is doing as a prince, where she is like,
yep.
Like Utena is like, oh, I'm going to protect you, Anthe, but like in a way that is looping her into what's going on. It's like in a way that is like more respectful than because what he's doing, right, is he's like claiming he's going to save her, but doesn't ever specify what he's saving her from. He could give her information that would genuinely be useful to her, and he doesn't on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep, because he still wants to be in the position of power between the two of them.
Right, because he still wants to swoop in and save the day.
Yep. Oh, goodness. Okay. Freaking end of the show, and then movie. And movie is a different take. When was the movie made?
It was made after. That's a good question. How long was it made after?
I'm like hoping it's very high quality animation, the movie.
I remember it being pretty cool.
Okay, sweet.
I mean, obviously it's short, so we're not going to get nearly as much stuff.
No, yeah.
Okay, so the movie came out in 1999. The show ended airing in 1997.
Okay, so a little bit after. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I kind of am like, this would be a good show. Like when I was in Japan, there's like a bookstore or something that had a lot of old like marketing materials that you could buy. So I had like a cute like paper bag print design from like a Cardcaptor Sakura pop-up cafe. And like an old ribbon calendar from like, maybe like the year 1997 or something. So I wish I had seen Utena, because I bet there's cool Utena stuff maybe within that like pile of stuff of like old anime print materials. Yeah. I'd like to now that I'm excited to like, I guess Rose of Versailles got a thing last year. I wonder if Utena will get any new things in the coming years now that shoujo's kind of having a return to popularity.
I don't know. I mean, they did that like manga sequel stuff or like side story stuff not that long ago.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to read through the manga in its entirety and do a bonus episode as well. So we both have that.
Yeah. The next episode is going to be long. It's going to be long next episode of the podcast because I realized that my Blu-rays have commentary on those last 3 episodes. So I'm going to have to watch them 3 times.
Damn.
And of course we're going to, like the thing that's interesting is that like we've set everything up, right? Like all of the pieces are kind of there. I don't quite remember where it lands. Like I know what happens, but I don't remember like thematically where it lands because I wasn't really paying attention to like themes and stuff so much the first time. I was mostly just like, wow, look at all this stuff happening.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be interested because, it's like we set up a lot of stuff about like, Dios and End of the World are kind of like 2 sides of the same coin. They're both kind of antisocial behavior, right? One of them is like a more positive where you're like, oh, I'll just meet your every need, princess. But like, I'm not going to relate to you as a human being to another human being. Like, we're not going to have a relationship that can really exist beyond pageantry. And then End of the World is like he's just manipulating people. He's just using them as tools, right? It's also like, I'm not going to try to connect with you as a person. I'm just going to use you cynically to whatever my own ends. And so that's interesting. Anthe getting blamed for things because society blames women for things.
Yep.
Set up. Showing something eternal. I mean, the thing that Utena though shown eternal is the condemnation of Anthe as a witch. the thing that she wants to change or help her with, whereas none of the other student council members were shown anything and are all just kind of confused about what they want, or it's not clear. They say they know what they want, but that thing never really seems to be true. And they refuse to deal with the thing as on normal terms. You know what I mean? Right? Like, Juri refuses to actually process her own emotions and deal with her problems and is therefore stuck in place forever. Saionji just kind of spins his wheels trying to beat Touga, trying to figure out who he's going to be. Touga thinks he's going to be like Akio, but can't do it because no human being can actually do this thing.
Yeah. If you can recall, are we going to get answers for like, where was it Otani Academy like comes into play as far as like, then the flashback we had, it's like, how long ago was that? Because I feel it was like a weird setting, like some log cabin kind of thing or something. So was that like the actual time of like they were kids and now they're teenagers, so not that long ago, or is this some different thing if they both are kind of like eternal? But like, how did he have the rose ring to give to Utena unless they had like been at the academy? Is the academy somehow like where they were
I don't think we're gonna get like a timeline. You're not gonna get an explanation that's like some of this stuff's just allegorical, right? Like, we're not gonna get like a material here's like A to B to C.
But it's like the academy is like a character, or like
it seems like I'm taking mostly the explanation we got in the Black Rose saga as to why the academy is important, which is it was made important by whatever research they did that opened up the pathway to the castle. But the castle seemed to have already existed before they did that, because they're opening up a pathway.
Right, we gotta somehow get castle time in the next set of episodes too.
Yep.
Oh my god, how are we gonna get through all this?
3 episodes.
Oh, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of unanswered questions, or it's like he doesn't need an answer, or maybe the movie will give us different insight, or the
movie's going to give us different insight. I'll tell you that.
Oh God. Okay. Ooh, is it like the Anthe perspective instead of Utena one in the movie or something? No. Okay.
It's closer. It's closer to that than what we get here.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. Sweet. I like these next episodes. There's some really good scenes I remember happening. I'm really interested to see how you like the ending.
Too. Okay. It's got to be better than the Rosa Versailles ending. Straight up the worst ending.
It's better than the Rosa Versailles ending.
Yes. Freaking.
Not a high bar to clear, but yes.
No, yes. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Who's your favorite character right now?
That's all. Who's my favorite character?
Oh, we have to do rankings next time too.
Crap. There is no mom in this show.
There's no mom. Explicitly no mom. Explicitly Utena has no parents.
My favorite character. I think I like Anthe more than I like Utena. But Choo Choo hasn't been in it as much, because I would say at the beginning Choo Choo is my favorite character. Biko? One of the
That's your favorite character? One of the Kashira Shadow Troop?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, honestly, none of these characters super resonate with me, because they're all slightly like unlikable for different reasons, but relatable in ways. But like, I wouldn't say any of them are super like, yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, I guess not.
Awesome.
I guess not.
How about you? What's your answer?
Well, I really like Juri. I really like Nanami also.
Oh, that's
and
true.
I like Keiko.
Yeah. Keiko?
Yeah.
The pigtail boy?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I like Juri the best.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was very clear that you had a fondness for Juri. Juri's cool. I don't know. Nah.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm too.
It's gonna be good. I'm gonna try to have some good, insightful stuff. I don't have like super insightful things to say about this episodes, because it's just like it's setting up. I don't want to say anything, and then we get to the next episode, and it's like that's not actually what it was doing. I was like, oh, okay. But I feel like we have loaded the gun, and I'm ready to see it go off. You know what I'm saying? We've primed it.
Sweet.
Cool.
Okay. Well,
this.
It's
good.
What else is exciting?
Giving us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice. You should do that. We're having a good time. You having a good time? Great. You want to help us continue having a good time forever? Rate us 5 stars, and we'll never quit.
Ooh. For eternity?
We'll show you something eternal. If you rate us 5 stars.
That's right. Wait. All right. What did we learn?
Do you have any YouTube comments you want to talk about?
YouTube.
Or any questions?
Don't bring up these segments I make up and then forget.
Questions sent forth by the episode.
Let's see. Have you ever ridden a motorcycle?
No, I have not ever ridden a motorcycle, but I have ridden a horse.
Ooh, I've done both. I have been passenger and even rode a motorcycle all by myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
That should be your new persona.
Just in a parking lot, but no.
Motorcycle Sarah.
It's too hot. I need the air conditioning. It's too hot here for a motorcycle. That's like I got this pair of Doc Marten kind of loafer things. I'm like, they're so cute, but also I feel like I'm like a poser wearing them because I'm like, I'm not cool enough for these shoes. I feel like I'd be the same way with like the motorcycle getup. I'd be like, I'm not cool enough to do this. Do you like riding horses?
It was fine.
It's also too hot for that.
I just kind of rode them around like a casual walk. I didn't like gallop or anything, so it's kind of hard to say.
Ride. Yeah.
I just did it at a scout camp.
Fun. Yeah. I like, because I did a bunch of horse camps as a kid, and then as an adult, it's like all you can do really that's accessible is trail rides, which the horse is just going through the motions. They're on cruise control, so it's like doesn't feel like you can really connect with the horse when it's zonked out.
I forgot to mention this, but when I was in Chicago, I went to Medieval Times. Saw lots of horses. Those horses chill. They're just riding around.
Very cool.
Yeah.
They're real big horses for like jousting and stuff.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Nice. Okay. Now what have we learned?
What did we learn? We learned that you can't ask somebody to be in your play the day of the play. What are you thinking? What on earth are you thinking?
That's
They're
crazy.
never going to say yes to that. I mean, I guess maybe it's just a play to get them to show up. That kind of makes sense because then they'll feel like they owe you, like because they said no. But they can't be in the play.
That's true.
Utena doesn't have the silhouette to be in the Kashira Shadow Troupe. Her hair is like connected to her head.
Yeah, that's right. Oh gosh.
Learn anything?
Yeah, no. Did I learn anything? I learned if a girl didn't like the dress you got, she's probably also not going to be into earrings.
Maybe you do suck.
Wait, no. What's the deal with the cactus?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like the gift he would have gotten her if he was going to give her a gift?
He's just surrounded by cactus.
Wow.
Let me think. What's something about cactus? They're barbed, so you can't get two cacti can't get too close to each other, or they stab each other. But that's not really a problem because that doesn't really happen in nature. They're prickly. Nobody can get close to Akio. He's atomic.
But it has a flower blooming on top still, so it's like prickly, but still a girl or some shit.
The weakness of a cactus is the flower because it doesn't have barbs. I don't know. Is this how symbolism works?
You're the AP English teacher. You tell us.
I was so bad in English.
I know, but you're so good.
I got a 3 on the AP test.
I just remember when we were in high school and we were talking about like our scores for like the SAT writing portion, and I did better than you and our other friend. And I was like,
yes, because I'm bad at writing.
I did better than these smart guys at something. It was a proud moment for me.
I can't write under pressure. Like I can't write on like a time limit.
Oh yeah.
It just doesn't work, I'm just like, I don't know what's happening in the story. Like, because I read it once and I'm like, I didn't pick up everything that happened. It's over. Stories about marbles. Also, like some stuff. The problem is that like I'm not good at picking up on themes and stuff that I don't have any relation to.
Yeah.
Like if it's not something I think about or care about,
you can't
I don't
pick it up if you don't know it. Yeah, that seems reasonable. It's not like we've all had the experience. It can be expected to be able to. Whatever.
Like I remember reading a lot of like stories about like the like Edwardian whatever social. This is about social class and how all these people have to do these very unique rituals. And I'm like, I don't have to deal with social class like that because I never interact with ultra rich people. And when I interact with like people lower than me, it's just normal. I just act normal.
Yeah.
Because this is an 18 whatever the fuck. I don't care about this.
Being Joe.
I know it is real. I'm like, oh yes, old timey gender roles. That's what Anna Karenina's about. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks. She should have just shot that guy. Anyway, I'm about to go to my book club where we're reading Wuthering Heights.
Okay.
And I'm having the same reaction there. I'm like, wow, yeah, it sucks.
Okay. Are you guys, have you seen the movie? Apparently,
no.
We're
We're reading it so we can watch the movies after.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard not good things.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. Something like, Joe, you're so sophisticated reading
an old book.
Is that yeah. Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, that's where we wrap today, everyone. Yep. Thank you so much for listening, and we can't wait to cover the finale of Revolutionary Girl Utena, and I think next time we'll probably announce what we're gonna watch after the movie. So be on the edge of your seats looking forward to that revelation. And yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.